Hello everyone, welcome to Unit 7, Lesson 7, Working with Words and Images. We are going to get started this week with combining some of our most famous lyrics and or poetry, depending of course on your choice, and combining that with photography. The idea that photography in and of itself is poetry without the words is a famous expression. So we are going to be working with that. When you scroll down, you are going to be seeing Kawachi. I hope I'm saying that right in terms of pronunciation. An absolutely beautiful visual text photographer. And when you start looking at some of her pieces, there is such a beautiful and tranquil quality to her images. And the best way to define them is poetic in that manner. There is a softness, an elegance, and yet there is such a dynamic to them that when you look at them, it is very much has this element of meaning and theme behind it. That the longer you kind of look and the longer you kind of analyze different aspects of her work, it can actually become something just so beautiful and so very much poetic. So enjoy her images, learn a little bit about her. Like I said, you will not be disappointed. And then as you scroll down to the assignment, that you will in fact pick either a poem of your choosing, a song lyric of your choosing, or if you want to get really creative and dive into this process, creating an actual poem or phrase yourself, and then taking the time to sort of visualize what that text is. Part of this process is you are going to be learning so many skills, but one really obvious and transferable skill is annotation. So whatever text you are in fact going to sort of create a visual for in this project, you are going to print out those lyrics, you are going to annotate them. And what that means, if for those of you that don't know, and I do have a visual example within the lesson to kind of give you an idea of what annotation means, you are in fact kind of writing notes, writing in the margins. So as you go through your text, you are going to be jotting down what thinking and processing it sort of takes you to, emotions, locations, ideas. So the whole point of this part of the annotation part is really taking your time. So my idea is that you don't take your text, read it once, throw a couple of notes in, and then call it a day. Quite the opposite. Part of this process is that you're going to take your text, you're going to go through it line by line by line, and you're going to start to sort of visualize and look beyond just the meaning of the song itself or the words itself, and you're going to start asking yourself and analyzing, what does this make me think of? What location could I use to kind of symbolize this? What does this remind me of that I could go to and capture? And you're writing it all down. The emotions, the expressions, the feelings, what it reminds you of, even if you don't end up using it for your image. That is perfectly fine, perfectly normal. So that annotation is actually such a great and transferable skill for many reasons. Critical thinking, analysis, as well as the ability to take that process and apply it to any other subject as well in terms of annotation. It really demonstrates a higher order and a higher level of thinking. So you're going to submit that, and then as you scroll down to the assignment in this lesson, you are going to create some sketches for different concepts and ideas for your image. So how are you going to take this text, and what would it look like? How would it look if it was in fact in an actual picture? And again, I encourage you to set up the environment, stage it, map it out, take the time, go outside, take the time to sort of try and find it. And if you can't find it, set it up, make it. Or take different aspects of different things. We're really working with the idea of editing. Take different places, different photos from different things, collage them, manipulate them all together into one fluid, beautiful piece to kind of bring to life this text. All right, guys, I think that's it for me for this lesson. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy clicking. Have fun, guys.